to a nice restaurant now and they say, hey, if you want paper menus, we can give them to you, but here's a QR code if you just want to use your phone. No, man. No, it doesn't bother me at all. Would I rather have there be paper menus when I sit down? Yeah, I guess, because it's like easier to just pick it up than it is to open my phone, but it's like a 3-second task. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. So, done. Almost done. You know what? And then plasma, you know, that just helps to be in the right mindset. Let's try a little Nebula deck, man. Let's try a little Nebula deck. What Joker are you missing? I think I have to play 4-7 of clubs in like a single hand or something like that. Why did I keep the Jack, man? What was I thinking? QR code menus, I'll never get over it. But why? I mean, let's start. Vibes are off. Let's start with the severity. How annoyed are you by QR code menus? Are you like, I'm not going to go to this restaurant anymore? Or are you like, oh, I wish we had paper menus? I feel like 7 out of 10? I feel like a 7 out of 10 annoyance is like when someone almost kills me with their car. Then 10 out of 10 annoyance when someone, like I'm walking on the sidewalk and someone walks by me because they're like in a hurry, but then as soon as they get in front of me, they start walking slower than I was walking in the first place. So now I have to walk and pass them. That's like a 10 out of 10 because that's like a targeted attack. I don't understand why people do that, but I'm pretty big in the like, why not, man? I'm pretty big in like the who cares camp. Yay! for QR code menus though, that doesn't really bother me at all. But I guess I'm a different kind of beast. Like I keep my phone charged. Now, fortune teller's pretty good. I guess to the moon can be pretty good too. Honestly, you're very helpful, if only briefly. Let's start with the spectral though, because we might be able to get a duplication. I don't really want to lower my hand size. I would be content. A lot of options here. Red seal goes best long term, but like, I don't know, Ouija for lower hand size, but at least they're all the same is pretty good. Seems like a good Ouija setup. And then maybe forget half Joker. But it's going to make it so easy for us to win hands early, get interest, and then pop off with To the Moon. Even if it only lasts 5. Or maybe you just take a random Joker. You could get anything in a random Joker pack. Fuck you, dude. These shoes cost $300. These shoes cost $300 fucking dollars. So really, we probably should be looking for 10s, but I really thought that was going to be worth more. I could also fish for a flush. Of course. I can go to a dozen equally good restaurants that have a real menu. It takes very little to get on the boycott list. Freddy Babe, goated Cine 2 Nerdle player. I'm sorry to say, I think we have different opinions on restaurants. Best restaurant in the world? For me, whatever restaurant is closest to my current position. QR code menu, weird like snap stencil letter menu with the Coca-Cola branding on it, and you have to go up to the front. You're like, is this a place where I sit? They gave me a menu when I sat down, but then I have to go up to the counter to order. That's a little weird. Whatever place it happens to be right next to me, I'll do whatever I gotta do, man. I just like food. Like, I'm a real eater. Wrong, it's Dorsia. Well, yeah, if you can get a reservation. That's tricky, though. QR code menus suck because it's a cost-cutting measure that puts the burden on the consumer. Yeah, but like I say this from a place of like not pure derision. Like it's actually a place of I look at it, that's unfortunate, as a place of like constructive criticism. You ever worry that seeing absolutely everything through the lens of how did capitalism ruin this has made it so even like the most mundane criticisms now are like blown up to the point where it's like a political issue? Like sometimes a menu is just a menu, man. It's not like Exxon Valdez's fault. I'm sure if they're like, we have a QR code menu, you could be like, can I just have a paper menu? They'll probably bring you one. You'll be okay. People probably ask all the time. They got old people eating there. I got punched out asking for one. I was thinking about it because like people are going off on Coney, man, on Twitter because of his takes on Elden Ring and Sonic. And I was always like, why do they always quote tweet, man? Why, nobody ever replies. It's always like, I think it's if you grew up with Twitter bullying, you assume that the right thing to do is like anytime you disagree with someone, you quote tweet them to like spotlight their take for your 100 followers. Instead of just replying where nobody will see it. You know, you're like, I'm going to use this opportunity to farm a little bit of clout. Then I'm like, I wish they had the same energy, like that quote tweet energy, when they ask for like no lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, or onions on their hamburger, but then it shows up with all the fixings, but then they can't flag down the waitress to be like, this isn't what I ordered. You know what I mean? Like we got it all reversed. Why is everybody talking a big game online, but then they got social anxiety like in public? You should be shyer online and like more fucking extroverted in person, man. Because in person, the interactions are pretty much risk-free. Like most of the interactions are like, hey, I'll have a hamburger. Sure, here's your hamburger. This isn't the hamburger I ordered. Like that shit is all like above board. Online, you're giving people like your deepest, darkest thoughts. Like with the super soaker. Here's my fetishes. Here's my deepest, darkest thoughts. Here's what my number one pet peeve. You're giving all the secrets away, man. And then in person, you're like, I'm too shy to ask for no mushrooms. Like, you got the wires are crossed, dude. Almost nothing can go wrong to you in public. Lots of shit can go wrong for you online real quick, man. We need a better class of criminal is what I'm trying to say. What do you think's going to happen at the restaurant? The waitress is going to be like, go fuck yourself? She deals with worse, I promise, okay? 12 mult if you got 3 of a kind. Okay. Easy mode. Easy mode. Now we do have a flush already. Let's start with that instead. Guess we'll just play flushes. Guess we'll just play flushes. It's the fact that the waitress deals with worse that makes me not want to put things on her plate. Well, first off, +2 for the pun, because you're at a restaurant. I think, you know, it's just, listen, I've been there. Definitely take immolate here. But like, you know, you gotta do what's right for yourself as well. I would never, like, I'd be too embarrassed to order the burger plain in the first place, because then I'm a 35-year-old man, and all of a sudden this like university student on her summer break is like, this motherfucker's my dad's age and he doesn't eat vegetables. Like, that's kind of like weak stock, you know? But like, if I ordered it, then, and it didn't come the way I ordered, I think I'm at the point now where I'm like, excuse me, this isn't what I ordered. I gotta set my own boundaries, you know? She's not gonna take offense to it. If she does, it's her problem. You know, it doesn't make you a jerk to do it. I think what happened is I had the same thing, right? Like, I was worried that like, oh, if I do this, like, they'll think that I'm being an asshole because there's all these takes of like people in retail dealing with assholes all the time. I want them to know that I'm not part of that group, right? But then like people start calling you an asshole for like mowing your lawn or, you know, any semblance of online unhingedness. And you just realize, you know what? I'm just going to stand up for myself because apparently you can't win for losing. What I'm trying to say is I'm a man going his own way, people. Okay. Hey, Kosh SRCM, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. You fuck with the bees? This is a horrible card for us, but let's give it a try. I have a simple rule for bees, okay? I'll preserve the bees as long as the bees preserve me as well. If the bees are out there enjoying their time, pollinating, that's great. If they start landing near me, if they start buzzing around my kid or my wife, then we're gonna have problems, okay? They don't know. Honestly, they got time to learn. They've been around on this earth for, what, hundreds of thousands of years at a minimum? Figure it out, okay? Like, there's nothing to pollinate on me, bro. I don't know what you want me to say. You know, just because I'm wearing, like, a Hawaiian shirt doesn't mean I got any fucking stamens. So get a clue, bozo. Every bee you see is like a week old. Not my problem. It's honestly not my problem. Is this gonna win too fast? Maybe I don't care. No, we haven't discarded yet. It probably won't win. Beautiful. Because I want to draw a 6. If we don't draw a 6, we'll medium a 2. Oh, I can only have one spot. That's why this motherfucker didn't do anything for me this time. Oh, that's right. Duly noted. Duly noted. A 6. You shouldn't have. Where's my fucking... Oh, that wasn't my first hand. Oh, man. No, I haven't seen B movie. I think I was like close to 18 years old when it came out. So I'm a little bit... I don't know if I'm behind the times or ahead of the times, but... Let's get one of these. Just watch it on TikTok. It's not really like availability that's been stopping me from watching B-movie, to be honest with you. It's more like media literacy and knowing that it's pretty much destined to be fucking ass. Dumpa? Dumpa. Oh, you can't dumpa like that. You can't dumpa like that, man. You're about to deprecate. This is okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. Now that you've depreciated... Ooh. Get killed. Spectral first. Judgment card gives us an egg. How about $3? You sell for $1. I could live with that. But Hangman means Cartomancer's not gonna work. You flippin' stink, honestly, with the Nebula deck, bro. I'm just gonna say it. Runner is really good, but what do I care? How many workplace incidents do you think were a direct result of your streams, NL? I mean, it depends, officer, what you're asking me. I personally would say none workplace incidents have been a result of my streams, because if they weren't watching me while they were driving the forklift, they probably would have been watching like Kai Cenat instead. Right? We got a 6, but what am I going to do with it? It's a very good point. It's a very good point. 79 Jack. That's bad. This is very bad. Dub, Kai Cenat shout out. I don't really know much about Kai Cenat, but I do know that he shouted out the Rad Brad, which means I must be next, right? Yeah! I lived. Ooh, you're a great joker. You're an exquisite joker. He shouted out Rad Brad. Yeah, he said Rad Brad is the GOAT for playing games on YouTube for people who couldn't afford the games themselves when they were a kid. And I was like, oh, I guess he's not a big fan of The Binding of Isaac then. He's more of like an Assassin's Creed, Evil Within type of kid. That's fine, that's fine. I'm not hating on it at all. I'm just saying... Lovers card, man. No, dude, no. I don't want that. I gotta do something with it, though. How about a 6? A 6 would really hit the spot. You're a piece. How many 6s left in your deck? Ah, 1. That would do it. Oh, man. That's a good point. You know what? For a minute, sure, Zany Joker. I'll keep you around for a minute. What am I playing? Flushes, full houses, and pairs. Immolate got 2 of them. Stings. Stings a little. Full house, flush pair. Full house, flush pair. Okay, well, fuck me, I guess. 2 pair then. It's mostly for Constellation. Would I pay $2 for 0.1 mults? I think I would. Died anti-2, came back anti-3. Welcome back. Zany Joker. So true. So true. In many ways, people. How about a 6? Wow! How about a beautiful full house? The University of Minnesota needs to make a Honeycrisp equivalent pair. I gotta know, man. This is an honest question. Is there beef between Washington State and the University of Minnesota? Because University of Minnesota was like running the Apple game when they invented the Honeycrisp, but then like Washington State is now like kind of the upstart with Cosmic Crisp. Like, I think this would be a fucking sick movie for Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly to make. Like, Will Ferrell could be like the relatively like straight-laced professor of botany or something at the University of Minnesota, and then John C. Reilly could be more of like a hippie type guy on Team Washington State, and they got like an apple rivalry with each other. Hey, why don't you take your apples and shove them up your ass? Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe that's how I discovered this apple, is shoving it up my ass. I think things taste better after I shove them up my ass. It would go off, dude. This could be the greatest movie of all time. Copyright, copyright, copyright. This is the world premiere. Copyright, copyright. I just gotta be honest with you. This is a ragtag rogues gallery crew of miscreants here. These are all pretty much straight garbage. I don't think we're really trying to make 10-4 work with 2 4s and 2 10s. So, I think honestly, you could probably go fuck yourself. I'm not gonna sell just to make $2 and get like a horrible Joker. You can eat shit. How was side quest this morning? Honestly, we did really well. I had a great time. I think it's a great idea for a show. Can I say, I personally did better than I was expecting to do as well. Like, we kind of, I mean, Apollo, he's an MVP, right? But we had some creative thinking and some stick-to-itiveness that really helped us out, I think. Scribblenauts Tech, sure. Scribblenauts Tech was something. Actually getting to jail in Monopoly. That took a pair of brass ones. Did Dan do anything? Yeah, man, he caught 5 fish in Sega bass fishing. He killed like 100 moblins, I think. He's a glue guy. Yeah, he's a glue guy. Dude, the aces are going crazy. Yay! I'll roll on that. You get a hermit, you have to roll. It's called paying it forward. Diamonds are debuffed. Easy mode, bro. I can't hold 2 cards, you piece of shit. What am I doing? I gotta hold 2 cards like some kind of moron. I'm still trying to draw that 6 and then get rid of this guy too. What? How do people on the East Coast live with each other? What are you talking about when you say that? Can I say something about the East Coast, in the sense that, like, I mean, I'm assuming you're talking about the East Coast of America, so basically New York City. No disrespect to the, you know, Philadelphia, New Jersey, Maine, etc., etc. I kind of admire the East Coast of America because, like, if they have a problem with you, I feel like they say it. We're not playing that many face cards. Playing a lot of aces, but it's tempting, but I don't think it's right. And you're too late. I feel like if somebody in Vancouver like has a problem with you, like if you rub someone the wrong way in your friend group, Vancouver culture is like you won't find out until they die. They'll leave you like a dead man's switch opened note that is like, you know, you pissed me off in 2022, but I just like never mentioned it. And we never hung out ever again. I feel like in New York, if you did that, they would be like, hey, fuck you for saying that. And then I'd go, okay, caught. And then we'd, you know, we'd clink our glasses together and we'd be back in business. Mainer here, it's true. I was talking about New York City, but you know what? Because you agreed with me, I'm going to let you in there, man. No sixes? You let me worry about 6 cents, okay? You let me worry about that. You got nothing to worry about. You let me worry about that one. I'm sorry to do this. I got to discard these. To thine own self be true. Now he was saying fuck Toronto. That's fine too. I disagree, even though I have to rep Vancouver in the East Coast West Coast war. I like Toronto mostly as a city. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to be perceived as being on the Drake side of the beef, so I guess I gotta pile on. I'm sorry to say it. It's gotta be done, man. Okay, how about like a good joker? I'm sorry, I'm not getting rid of you for nothing. Like, you gotta give me something better than this. This is the Crowded joke? Yes, thank you, it's Crowdy, man. Decroded, because you're too late in the game. Decroded, too late in the game. Decroded, you don't do anything. And decroded, because you're eternal, but you cost us $3 a round. Not gonna happen. It's decroded, man. That's a decroded one. Now I'll dump you and get a little fucking molt going. That doesn't bother me, but you gotta juice me up a little better than that. What? That stings, man. That stings. Wow, I'm not mad anymore. I will say one of my VODs of Balatro got limited ads on fuck it, bro. We don't need Cavendish. Just give me this. Got limited ads on YouTube, and the title of the VOD is like "Tell Local Thunk I Know It Was Them." And I was just trying to remember. I was like, why did that get demonetized? I'm pretty sure in the video I'm like, you motherfucker, I fucking hate you, you fucking bitch. I mean, just kidding. No disrespect, you fucking asshole. I was like, yeah, I can see why that would get demonetized or limited ads. And I don't have gambling or alcohol ads turned on, so like, I'm pretty sure limited ads means none. But let's do it. That's fine. Buy me. This one's getting limited too. Yeah, well, it's all right. We got more. I can live with that, man. I can live with that. The ball rolls regardless. It's true, man. It's true. Ain't nothing wrong with some ice soup from time to time. I don't know why I'm playing this, truth be told. I guess it's nice to get $3. Hey, y'all. Hope you're doing well out there. Me and the boys are going to have a barbecue tonight at Jericho Beach. You should come through. Thanks for the offer. You know it's Monday, right? Having a barbecue with your boys on Monday night at Jericho Beach? You UBC students? I wish I could harbor like a... It's a good vibe. I'm not mad at you, okay? I ain't mad at you. I'm just saying. Caught. I feel like... So I'm from a town called Kingston where there's a lot of friction between the residents of the city and the students who, you know, come through. And listen, I've been on both sides of that. I grew up in and around Kingston. And then I also went to Queen's University in Kingston. So I've been the guy like preserving the city and the guy like ruining the city. I can understand where the conflict comes from. Because like, you know, when I was in university, I was like, why do the townies hate us? Why don't they just have some fun? Like your fucking 58-year-old neighbor in the off-campus housing district is going to come to your kegger until like 4 in the morning. Like, no, dude, he's like raising his kids. He's trying to get some fucking sleep before he has to go to work in the morning. But like at UBC, I don't mean this to be rude. It's obviously an elite academic institution, especially within the context of Canada. But like, is there a university culture? So I feel like I see students around at like the, you know, at sushi restaurants and stuff like that, at grocery stores. But I don't know if I ever have heard like, hey, there's going to be a rager at UBC this weekend. Like, are they united in the same kind of debauchery that we were engaged in at Queens 2006 to 2010? I don't know. I simply don't know. Being in student debt is our culture. My wife went to UBC, so she's got that one. I can't really argue with that. Not much I can say about that one. I hate to do it, but it's got to be done, man. I was born in 2002. That's crazy. You want to go have a pint over at the Yellow Dog Brewery? I would, except, sorry to say I don't live in Port Moody. No disrespect to Port Moody, that's a great brewery. By the way, I think this might be the end of our anti-5 run here. Well, you never know. Full House is kind of our hand. I live, bitch. Okay, how about like we get rid of the jokers that don't do much? That would be nice. You are a stud. You're potentially a stud, although plus 16 is disposable for now. You're necessary. You're ass. You're not necessary, but you're not necessarily ass. Draw your good cards more often. Sorry, I'm not buying nothing. You must be out of your mind if you think I'm buying nothing. Now, can I afford to burn a discard to get 3? I don't think I can. I think it's too late. And I think, unfortunately, I wish it wasn't the case. I've got to rely on this plus 12 mults. It can't be done. I'll buy you, though. Okay? All face cards are debuffed. We don't care. We don't care about that. Wouldn't say we're thrilled about this either, but I think I can afford to throw one Dookie hand at you as a pseudo discard. Preserve a discard for when it's more meaningful. This is very meaningful. That's very nice. Throw some trash at it. Please, Hammer, don't hurt him. This is a tough one. I think no matter what, you gotta hold the jack. So you probably, like, play a pair, enjoy the molting, hope that you draw into a full house, which is exactly how that shit went down. And then, gotta play the steal card, but I think this is pretty good. We are edging, people. We are edging. I know what it means, you prude. We're gonna need the money at some point. Me during November? I feel like you're just asking for trouble. This is like the dude who was watching the stream when he was at the mental hospital. I think if you're gonna commit to no nut November, it should be like no touch November then. Because as soon as you start touching it, again, it's like buying Doritos on a diet and being like, it's okay, I just won't eat them. Then why are you buying them, bro? Why are you buying them? You're setting yourself up for failure, in my opinion. They're on sale? Of course they're on sale. It's the third week, man. You're getting ad restricted on this? We're speaking in euphemisms, brother. AI is not at that level yet. Give it 6 months. I don't think I'm an odd Todd guy, man. What is it? 30 chips? 31 chips? 31 chips? Okay, fine. 31 chips. Fuck it. We gotta commit to something. You're right. Enough people wrote it. Let's give it a try. Planets are going crazy. We want to discard you with a smile. We would wish to play a full house. Sure. Don't mind if I do. Let's see how Odd Todd's working, man. This is a full stack. Beautiful. Would you inwardly judge a 40-year-old man if he was skateboarding at the skate park and didn't have a kid or anything there? Absolutely not. I kind of feel like skateboarding is a it's like it's a May-December type thing, right? I feel like skateboarding is all 16-year-olds and 40 plus. Interesting phrase to use? Well, you know what I'm talking about. Like, I mean, when Tony Hawk was in the X Games, everybody was in like plus or minus 5 years of Tony Hawk, and now Tony Hawk's like 52. So like, I feel like a lot of the people he influenced are at that age too. That's just my guess. It's just my hunch. Give me 2 planets. We got to score, Max, man. I wouldn't judge you at all. Also, I wouldn't see you because I wouldn't be at the skate park because I don't know how to skateboard. But that's a me problem. That's not for you to worry about. How about this? This. Kind of sick. 40-year-olds were born in 1984. That's pretty fucked up, man. That's how I was always like, you know, 1984 is the worst year in the 80s to be born because of George Orwell. But then, look at me, fucking, you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. Guess which motherfucker was born in 1988? Then all of a sudden people are like, oh, it's kind of problematic to be born that year. Well, I'm like, okay, well, go back in time and tell my parents, bro. They didn't know about that shit back in the day. They were just trying to start a family, okay? Anti-7. Spectral cards can appear in Arcana packs. We gotta give it a chance, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They ain't got internet back then. Honestly, to live, I think justice cards could go crazy. Imagine that we actually make it work with this ragtag group of criminals here. It's more likely than you think. Times 4.1. Holy, man. High Priestess. What a beautiful card. We've created a world where High Priestess is not pure ass. Sorry to do it. It's got to be done. We know we got aces. We know we got kings. We can pretty... Well, you are giving 12 mult, but like 2 pairs kind of jazzed at this point. But then 1 pair... 1 pair is kind of jazzed at this point. But you know what? High cards kind of... Everything's kind of jazzed at this point, man. I get it. You wish you had a High Priestess? r/trees moderator spotted. I'm throwing an edging party. You can't come. Listen, okay? I saw it the first time and I didn't read it. But this is the first time this has ever happened. I saw it the first time, didn't read it, but I thought it was too funny to read, and it was going to take away some of the spotlight from me. There you go. There you have it, okay? Now you typed it twice. You know you got gold, and you want to spread the love around? I can't blame you. That's a good joke, okay? Now get out of here, funny man. You're stealing my light. How about an ace? How about a fucking something? Help me out, man. Thank you. Keep the charge. Skipping negative jokers, huh? Yeah. This is gold stake. If you ever skip on gold stake, you lose. It's just the way of the world, man. It's the tail of the tape. Times 5. Must play 5 cards? Doesn't even bother me. Doesn't bother me in the slightest, man. Ooh, let me see. So 4 of a kind, 180 times 19, 165 times 14. You gotta throw 4 aces here. You got a little odd Todd action. Good enough. Good enough. If I could, I hate to say it, but if I could just replace you with something fucking goated, man. Look at this, dude! Observatory, planet. They love it. The only thing is, I don't know what fucking planet I want to hold in my shit, you know? I guess I could hold 2. Then it's only giving me 1 point. Well, let's think about this for a second. We love to play full houses. We love to play full houses, so that's nice. We have to get a full house here, though. That's the issue right now. I think we could probably use Jupiter, but we don't have to use it yet. Until we see a tarot card. Which we now see 2. Honestly, I think we got to go in on this one. I think this is a double use. At least we get the plus 0.2x mult. You guys follow that one? 2 of these. Moon Tower. Truly horrendous selection of garbage there. Fantastic. Appreciate it. Fuck the gold card. Love to see a full house, man. Love to see a full house. Any day of the week we take that. Even with the steal. Oh, Pluto. You're kind of tempting, man. Let me think about this for a second. 20 mults. Skip, we got to get to 400,000. I think we go all in right now. First you... Oh, that's amazing. Never mind. Sorry, Popcorn. There's a new bitch in town. 68 mult erosion. Then we'll play, because the more planets we get, the merrier. play a hand first. Maybe get some tarot cards. Greatest erosion in history. I mean, honestly, no lies detected. Ooh. And then we also have an amazing boss blind because the only Joker whose position matters is Constellation. You just hold Constellation at the end. If you play 1 to 2 full house... Oh, I should have bought it and held it in my hands. No! That's all right. We're chill like that. Okay. Hold it. They tried to trick me. This is an easy dumpa. Sun card. We literally do not care. Play it. That's good. Even that's good enough, man. Even that's good enough. Just throw some dookie at it. Huge. Gold Stake Nebula deck. Accomplished. And I honestly, I mean, the erosion pick helped us out a lot, but I wouldn't have thought, like, we didn't even have Green Joker or Ride the Bus. I didn't know that was possible, man. We'll slash marker that one for sure. We'll call that Balatro 1.